All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for checking out the Rich CELENZA show. So what I'm going to touch upon on this podcast is online purchases, buying things online, Amazon, eBay, the whole thing. And I think I'm actually maybe the best and the worst person to talk about this. And the reason being is I originally, years like 20 years ago, we started a vending business where I was selling a lot of equipment online with my ex-wife. And we did pretty well for a long time, but then a lot of the stuff started to get damaged, and insurance and drop shipping wasn't what it is now. And it was just really hard to do that and even get a lot of supplies in a certain amount of time, where now it's an entirely different environment. But selling that exhausted me, and I said, I don't want to ever have anything to do with selling anything online like that again. I don't mind selling my books or my programs or technology things, but it was selling supplies. It was really aggravating me. All the different things you had to go through, plus people wanting to return them, or people not, they don't like them or they were damaged, all that. And then let's fast forward to now. I never buy anything online, I think, because of that situation. Plus, I used to like hanging out at malls. I like to look at what I'm buying, or I like to feel it. I like to see it. Now, sure, there are some things my girlfriend gets for me that I can't get in other places online. But here's the deal. I don't do it. I don't even have it. I don't even know if I have an account. Maybe she set one up. But here's the deal. I do think a lot of people are addicted, I should say, to online shopping. And if you know anything about me, I try to help men with wardrobe, hygiene, fitness, and things in that nature. And I think a lot of them, too, when it comes to buying certain things, it could be clothes, for instance. They buy them. It doesn't look good on them. They never got to try them or any of those type of things. And a lot of them won't return it. They just eat it and keep it. But for some reason, they just keep buying things online that don't necessarily look good on them, or that they need a lot of times. They're just, I think, kind of caught up, I should say, in loving to shop online, which is interesting, but also just having things come to their door. And I also know a lot of people that are broke, but still can't stop shopping. Now, that doesn't, and I don't just mean online, I do mean the malls as well. I think we have to really address that a lot of people spend a lot of money that's unnecessary. They don't always need to be buying things. I was one of these people that it was never enough throughout my life. I never had enough shirts. I never had enough pants. I never had enough sport coats, suits, cars, whatever. It was never enough. Now I'm quite the opposite. I'm a minimalist, which I can't tell you the freedom that's given me. That doesn't mean I don't buy things. But I really do look at things when I'm looking for them. Do I really need them? Also, when purchasing it, do I really do I need this? Is this worth having? How much value is this going to bring to my life? Is it really worth the price I'm paying? Can I find it somewhere cheaper? All these different types of things. But back to the online, addiction. I see this amongst so many of my friends, family members, people even in my own household. And it could be as funny as saying squishmallows, where you start, I don't know if you know those little stuffed animals where people start kind of like the Beanie Baby phase a little bit, where in the past where you start buying 2 or 3, and before you know it, you got 50 of them. It can be anything where you kind of get caught up. Just, I think, loving to buy things online. Also, I do think not a lot of people like to admit this. They drink wine or they drink alcohol when shopping online. And it's also almost like another app that you go on. It could be Amazon, it could be Walmart, Target, whatever, and you're shopping. And you go on it daily, like anything else, and you just don't realize how much money you're spending per week, per month, per year on a lot of items that, one, you may not be able to afford and you're going in debt, or things you just don't need. But it's become a routine. And it's also, like I said earlier, I think people love something being delivered to them. Like they open the door and there it is. Even if it's something small, I think the excitement that something on its way, all these different types of things, which here, I'm not to dig on anybody. If you can afford to buy whatever you want to buy, please buy it. But I do run across so many people that are in debt, a lot of money, that are very stressed, or have 2 jobs, or have a horrible job, can't get out of their job, but I still see them constantly shopping for things. And I don't even mean clothes. I'm just telling you, I don't care if it's food. I don't care if it's items for your whatever. It could be just all little minuscule things. A lot of times, too, we don't realize buying a lot of small things at the end of the year. You may only think these are $4 items, $5 items, here, $10, $12. I even done that when I shop for consignment, and I went through that yesterday. I don't need any clothes, and I went to a consignment store. My girlfriend went to another one. I'm looking, and there's more fitness shirts I'd like. So I pulled out 4, 5, 6, and I look at them, and I was about to go to the dressing room, and I said, what am I doing? Most of these shirts I almost have. It's just a different color. Also, I don't even have any, more room for more fitness shirts. I already have too many. And it's not like, and that's usually not my style. But for me, too many is, the reason being, too, is I've been getting a lot of gifts for birthdays and things, getting fitness shirts. So I haven't been buying them. So don't think I'm saying I'm a minimalist and still spending a ton. But it was just like somebody who always has to, I had to step back and go, I don't need this. I really do not need, and even although they were all cheap, but it's like $50 more, and I'm not saying $50 is going to break anybody, but I'm like, am I buying this because I'm bored? Am I buying this, or am I buying this because I need it? It was more or less, I'm buying it because I'm bored. So you just need to take an honest approach. I just like doing podcasts on this because I do think a lot of people are out there spending a lot of money on things that are just not useful or become junk. And again, like I said, you can spend your money anywhere you want. I spend too much money, for instance, going out for lunch, dinner, coffee, all those. I think we all have our weaknesses when spending money on certain things, and I get it. I'm not here to bum rap anyone. But if you do have an addiction to online shopping, you may want to address that because things can escalate and get out of hand where you may have seen this yourself. You're first buying $30, $40 items or $10 items, then it's $50, then it's $100, then it's $200. And before you know it, you start, again, looking at your interest rate. I will say this, if you're younger and you want to get in a relationship, maybe you even want to get married and you're single or whatever right now and you have a lot of time, you're buying things, try not to be in debt too much money when you go into these relationships, because I don't think a lot of people understand that when you end up with somebody, a lot of debt brings a lot of stress, and we just don't think about these things. So I could go on for a while regarding this, but I'm going to wrap it up there. You got any questions or comments, please feel free to hit me up. I have a Mastering Self-Confidence program where I actually help men to, I try to teach them how to create an incredible lifestyle affordably. And sometimes by backing up on the spending is the way to go for a certain degree, especially if it's a lot of bullshit. I'm just telling you. I also help men with relationship advice, fitness, wardrobe, hygiene. If you want to know more about who I am, I'm at richcelenza.com. All right? Take care and be careful.